Hey y'all, how y'all doing? This is AL Thick Madame. Cinnamon Sugar doing what she wanna do, child. So I'm gonna try my best to be brief about this because it has disturbed my nerves because it's ridiculous. There are residual effects still rippling through the Southern Soul community behind the foolishness that just popped off the other day. So for those of y'all who don't know and y'all are into soul music, blues, trail riding music, whatever you want to refer to it as, and again, you don't know nothing about it, I'll go on ahead and enlighten you. So, gotta watch these people. So, the other day, I'm minding my business. I got on social media and I saw that Questlove had posted a video. She had gone live. And so I was like, dang, I missed that live. Because I catch her a lot of the time, but because of how my schedule is now, it's kind of iffy as to whether or not I'll catch her or not. So I had just missed the live. So I'm looking and she was like, I done gave y'all enough time, come on in, whatever. So then she went on to say that another Southern soul artist that she thought was her friend essentially sat up here and was just like, oh, well, she don't, I'll go over here and I'll take this song down and all this other stuff. I was just like, wait a minute, wait. Because I'm looking at the comments and I'm trying to skim through the video and I'm like, I don't understand what's even happening. What happened, baby? Like, I was just so confused. So, I don't know what's going on. I bet as soon as I take off. So, I'm looking like, I don't even understand what happened. And it seems like it all boils down to Cecily Wilburn being in her feelings because whenever Questlove does a couple of seconds, mind you, a couple of seconds singing the verse that she actually is the one who sings that part of the song of, she's not giving a shout out to her. And I'm just like, okay. And I mean, it was so bad. Apparently the woman sitting up here talking about, I wrote the song and all that. I'm like, okay, girl, you wrote the song and what though? Like, you act like the woman sat up there and performed the whole song. So for those of y'all who don't know, whenever she does that song, whenever Questlove does say anything in reference to that song, meaning she does her little part of the song that she sings, meaning Kelsey Questlove, she'll sit up there and she'll do a little part of it and go into a whole nother song that was out before me or her was ever born, possibly, because it kind of like goes into it and all this other stuff. But anyway, but the way that it's set up is she'll just perform. She already will be in the middle of performing her set and she's sweating. Like, she be doing the most on the stage, right? And so she'll stop and then she'll ask her husband, she'll be like, oh, I think I need, a little bit more help, or whatever, to like wipe her face, because she has what we call down here a sweat rag. I don't know what they do up north or anywhere else. If y'all do the same thing, I think everybody has little towels and things, but when I was growing up, we called them sweat rags. So she has her sweat rag that she regularly carries with her on stage, but for a little razzle dazzle, if you will, she'll have her husband come up there and he'll like, do this, pat her down with a rag, and then he'll kiss her. And then that's when she goes into that Southern Soul song that Cecily Wilburn did first. Meaning it was a song out initially. And Questlove expressed that her manager, Stan Butler, came to her one day and was like, hey, sis, I got this song I want you to hear. So she was like, okay, because she lives for music. Music is her life. heard the song, she was infatuated with it, loved the song, said that the person sounded amazing that was singing it, all of that. So now they have like another version of the song that Questlove is on. And I would have never heard that song in my life, I don't believe, had Questlove not been on it. If we gonna be real about the situation, I'm just telling you, not trying to be a hater, not trying to be mean or none of that, because Cecily Wilburn can sing. Not gonna hold you. Two things can be true at once. She can sing, but the live that she herself created, Cecily Wilburn, was not needed. Questlove was under the impression that this woman was her friend. She was sitting up here inviting this heifer to her home, into her home now, her own personal address, inviting her to family reunions whenever she would get an Airbnb, when she would be in that woman's town, she would go on ahead and invite her over, and she was there. She was present, happily. And I'm just like, I'm not understanding, because the whole time, like I said, I'm watching the video, trying to get context clues, trying to make sure that I'm not, misunderstanding nothing. Baby, are you gonna let me get over or no? So much foolishness popping off, and I just be like, what happened? But it's just been so stupid. It's just like, you sat up here and created all of this confusion when all you had to do, Cecily, was reach out to Kelsey and say, hey, sis, give her flowers and tell her, I love what you do. I'm thankful that you got on that track with me, and whatever. Whenever you do that song, if you don't mind, can you do me a small favor and just shout me out so that the streams can continue to go up? Because in my mind, that song that she had was out obviously before Kelsey got on the track. But we're not gonna act like the streams ain't go crazy or crazier once Kelsey got on the track. We not gonna do that. Everybody and their mama are seeking out Kelsey. I don't never hear nobody seeking her out. I'm sorry. And I follow just about all of the well-known, always talked about trail ride blues, trail riding blues singing Southern soul singers. So I'm just like, we not fit to do this. You literally could have called that woman and had a conversation. She done sat up here and went live. Kelsey on the live. If you don't know who Kelsey is Questlove. She owned this woman's live, not knowing that she talking about her, and now she looking like, wait a minute, what? She had to be made aware that this heifer was talking about her. It's like, girl, what was the reason? What was the reason? You could have reached out to her and simply said, when you do that song, that little piece of that song, if you don't mind, can you put something on a teleprompter so that they can know that, it's a track that I created or whatever. You can put my name with it, be like, hey, if this song featuring me, Kelsey, or her professional stage name, Questlove. It was that simple. It really was that simple. And it's not gonna surprise me if she's created drama for no reason. There are so many people who are saying that, in all honesty, her husband is behind all of this, because her husband is like her management or something, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He has a lot of strings that he got to pull on her behalf when it comes to music. And so a lot of these husband managers be messing these folks' careers up. And for some reason, these women have yet to understand that. So if that's the case, I feel sorry for her in that regard, because that's crazy. And please, ma'am, if you ever decide that you want to roll up and say something slick, because I happily let everybody know I ain't got no man, and that's by choice. I could have been had another man. I could have been had a man. I could have been married, but I have chosen to stay single since my last relationship. But anyway, because I already know somebody gonna try to run with this. Somebody gonna try to say something, and people love to have random idiotic clapbacks to say, oh, well, where's your man? Where's your husband? A lot of people been out here married for 20, 30 years, unhappily married, getting beat down, knocked between washers and dryers all day. Baby, I'm sorry, I don't aspire to have that. I don't aspire to have no foolishness as a relationship. I will happily stay where I'm at, where I am happy and I have peace, instead of having to wonder if my man doing this, that, and the other behind my back, or having to sit up here and settle for, oh, well, the only way that I can keep my man is if I do all these other things that I ain't interested in doing, like a lot of these women do, and they end up like Lil Scrappy out here with a whole nother baby that then got created because of a threesome that he was having. Don't nobody have time for the drama and the foolishness. I have too much peace going on. That's why I think the reason why I took what was going on to heart the way that I did is because Kelsey and I seem to be very much alike when it comes to that. We love hard. If you're our friend, we live for you. We support you. We try to understand what's going on. And that is something that just should have been a phone call. Or one of the instances where she over in her face, in this woman's space, she could have said, oh girl, oh, I just have a small request. And she could have simply said that. Why was that so hard to do? Versus you getting online and now you looking like a hater. You're coming across as if you hating on this woman when this woman has done what she did. She's done this work, and ain't nobody trying to say you ain't done no work. But Kelsey has done the work that she's done. It is definitely her time to shine. It's her time to shine. You can't sit up there and be mad because it ain't your time. Or you ain't getting the notoriety that she getting. You don't have the popularity that she has. And it seems like you hating from the outside looking in because you ain't where she at. You're on a lower level than what she's on currently. And you're coming across as if you're mad about it. And don't try to make it seem like because you from Memphis or somewhere in Tennessee that's supposed to mean, oh, what, like, no. You are hating. You are coming across as a hater, and that's terrible. Like, why would you do that? There is no reason. There's room for all of y'all at the table to make that money. That is ridiculous. There's room for all of y'all to make that money. Like tonight, DJ Trucker is going to be here in Montgomery, Alabama, where I reside. And so many artists, blues, southern soul, whatever you want to consider it to be called, will be here doing the most. I got to work, so I won't be present. A lot of stuff going on, and I could have been able to go, but I just was like, I'm going to just let the chips fall where they may. And I got other stuff going on that I need to tend to. So that's the only reason why I'm not going to be there, because that's going to be like 9, 10, 11 hours of fun. And I'm here for it. I even saw his live this morning. Like, I normally try to catch these people's lives, like, for real. I really am tuned in to a lot of these Southern soul artists. And so that's why it was very disheartening to come across that. And you could tell that Kelsey was really hurt. She actually started crying and trying to hold back the tears, but you can tell she was crying because she deep down inside thought that woman was her friend, but she was a snake in the grass. And it's like, why? Why? When all of y'all can win. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I really did not want to believe it because, like I said, I came across Kelsey's video first. So I went back and looked at her video. So I'm skimming and looking, and I was like, what? And like, she basically trying to make it seem like, well, I'll pull the video down and all this other stuff. It's like, girl, what? Ain't no reason for you to act like this. What is all of this unnecessary hostility about? Like, even if you pull that song, she's still doing numbers with her own songs, and she has other collaborations to speak of. Like, I don't get it. It is ridiculous on so many levels. It is ridiculous. Please get on by, because I gotta go. But yeah, I just wanted to speak on this for a few minutes because I couldn't believe that this was going on. If it's happened before, as far as within my years of living and actually consuming this type of music, understanding what's being said, not as a child, like within the last 20 years. Let me put it like that. If something's been going on amongst the women, I have not really seen it, or I don't remember it, or it was so small that it wasn't even worth mentioning. But the guys, I see the guys all the time in a tussle, and I'm just like, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. Most of the ones who will put up the subliminal messages and all that stuff, the men, I'm referring to the men now that I've seen do it. When I tell you, I would have to laugh, because I'm like, this is the audacity for me. Because, baby, you barely holding the tune as it is right now. If y'all, I don't want to say, it's some of these people that are kind of prominent, and I'm like, baby, you barely holding on, and I can't even say certain things because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. If I say one more thing in particular, but one of them can't hardly sing, and he ugly. Look, I'm just like, sir, sit your behind down. And then other people, I'm just like, you're really, really, really low level, barely in the door, and you're in your feelings like it's crazy. But anyway, I just want to come on here and say that I'm at work now. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and I'm glad that Kelsey is moving on as best as she can. She's still singing the song. Just did a concert last night, and she still kept the song in, doing what she was doing, and I'm here for it. But anyway, yeah, it's just crazy to me that this is what everything is being reduced down to. Work together. There's money to be made by all of y'all. Ain't no reason for all this foolishness. Please stop the foolishness. Bye.